Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome. How you doing, Stephen?
I'm doing dandy. How are you doing?
Doing well. And hello to our guest, Kat.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Chris?
Also well. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been excited about this for a long time.
I've been on pins and needles. We've tried to do this a couple times, but you're here, and I'm excited. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Kat. I've not met you in person, but
Oh.
I've met Stephen
Okay.
plenty of times.
I
Stephen
did it
and I
again.
are
I waved again.
Stephen, there's not another Stephen here. So I met Stephen this summer. My shop was in Newport, and I was lucky enough to meet Stephen, and we had a really great summer. There was a lot of things that went into it, and we had a really good summer, and we stayed friends outside of it. And my professional and personal goals are really similar to Steven's professional and personal goals, and we bonded over that. And it just seems like we have a lot of our heart is in a lot of the same places, so we really bonded over that. And he was telling me that he does a podcast as well, and it was about sex positivity. And from some of the talks we've had, I mean, they're definitely sex positive. But yeah, I mean, very positive for most, I suppose. But like, I was like, oh, that sounds really fun. And we've had just so many little conversations about different things that it just, when the opportunity presented, and he was like, hey, would you want to be a guest? I was like, absolutely. And like you said, we've tried to do this a couple of times, but I'm really happy to be here. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
So I know what my own experience with broaching the topic of sex with Stephen was like. Could I get that from another person? What was how, if you recall, just because it's so fluid, it
is.
goes right in there.
The word fluid comes up a lot.
It does. With Stephen, there's lots of fluid.
It's not inherently fluid, okay?
If you're talking to Stephen about sex, the word fluid comes up a lot.
So much.
Mm-hmm. But the conversation itself is very fluid. That's correct. I would say like nothing's really off limits, and I think that's one of the things that I love about it is because that's how I am. Like if we're talking about sex, like we're talking about sex. Like we're not going to talk about just like
Who brought it up first, or how did it happen? I mean, was the sun shining? What
we
give
have a
me
mutual friend. Are you talking about just like sex in general? Like
just
how Steven
the first time that you and Stephen started talking about sex.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we have a mutual friend, God love her. She said the first thing you need to know about me is that I really love anal. And
That's how they introduced themselves?
to someone that we also know, yes.
Okay. All right. I love this person already.
Correct. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
But she said the first thing you need to know about me is that I love anal. And I was like, "Oh, same. Like that's dope because like nobody like." And I think that's just kind of what opened it up because I was like, "Oh, same. That's dope." And Stephen, of course, I don't even remember verbatim what
Right
he
up,
said,
I'm
but
sure,
it was Stephen. Yes, it was Stephen
Yeah.
things.
It was something along the lines of a hobbit hole. And that became what we would use to describe the
Yes, I think
rectum.
you told me that you don't like people to be in your hobbit hole, but you'll visit other hobbit holes. Is
On
what you
occasion,
said?
yeah.
Yes,
On occasion.
But I'm
on
mostly
occasion.
a stay to my own hobbit
homebody.
hole kind of individual.
So once you've discussed your hobbit hole with someone, like nothing's really off limits.
That's
So
true.
yeah,
Once you open that
yeah.
door, you let anything in. Yeah.
But I think it was just like one of those early conversations where it it was just one of those things like I was like, "Oh, cool, dope." And we were just able to have like a really natural conversation about things that other people wouldn't be caught dead about talking
Right.
about. And we're sitting there at Newport on the Levee talking about it.
I don't
So
know if it's Stephen that inspires it, but it's just
it's Steven that inspires it, I can tell you.
yeah. All right.
Even if you
Y'all are
If you-
flattering.
Now,
if you didn't think you were going into a conversation to talk about sex, if you're talking to Steven, you're usually going to end up talking about it. So
Absolutely,
it's fine.
now, one more thing on this friend, was that introduction of anal a precursor to anything, or they were just like, by the way, you gotta know I love anal.
They
No.
they had a rough night.
Yeah, they had a rough night.
Involving anal?
Luke, kind of.
Kind of.
It was like involving a lack of anal, I think.
Yeah, they wanted it, but the other person was like really like on the fence and like not into it.
Gotcha. All right. So now this has been very, very hard for Steven in this time that he's invited you on the show, and now we're finally here. He's been like a floodgate. He's just a dam ready to burst with some sort of story or information or some phrase. I don't know. There's something that he's wanted to say, but has to his credit held back.
I have not revealed anything that you are going to
Really?
share.
There's something.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm not very good at keeping these kinds of things.
So what Steven, do you want to? I don't know how you want to do this. I don't know what's going on. I feel like there's a birthday gift in front of me. I'm anxious to unwrap it.
All right, I'll lead into it, and then
Okay.
Kat, you'll have the spotlight. Okay. So so a handful of days ago, I guess now a few weeks ago,
It would have been, yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
Kat visited me at work and was very excited about something. And it was something that she had never heard of before, and neither had I.
Which is rare.
Yeah, actually, in this realm of things,
Mhm.
it was a delicacy for us both to have been able to experience something new together. And when Kat shared what it was, she eventually started to go into more details, and I was like, "Wait, please share this on the podcast with benefits." And she was like, "Okay." So that is what this is right now. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the little spotlight view. That's the wrong person. There we go. All right, Kat, go ahead and tell your story.
Okay, so the term that Stephen and I mutually heard about together, and when I say excited, like I was very excited. Because you got to think, at this point I've had months of Stephen. So in these months of Stephen, we've talked about all kinds of things. And I mean, you've had months of Stephen, you understand.
I've had
And
years.
there's a whole podcast about it.
Yeah.
So we had talked about various things, all from all depths, whole spectrum. So for us not to have heard of a certain term was really exciting to me.
Yeah.
And so I come up to him, I said, "Stephen, have you ever heard of figging?" And he says, "What?" And I said, it's called figging. And so I looked it up. Just, I don't know if it was to like prove to myself again that it was real and like it wasn't like some like fever dream that I'd had earlier in the day. I mean, I smoke a lot of weed. So I was making sure, like, okay, so I look it up again and I'm like, here, it's this. And so what this is when somebody takes a peeled ginger root, you have to peel it. They peel the ginger root and then use the peeled ginger root as an anal plug. So that was the first thing that yeah.
That has got to be a spicy sensation.
To go with the John Mulaney theory, like you think you know what most things feel like. Spicy is such a mild word for it.
Oh my God.
I thought my ass was gonna end up in the ER.
Yeah.
Like it.
Okay. Well, all right. So how quickly after hearing the term did you make it a verb?
So I told Stephen about the term and he said, "Would you like to talk about that on my podcast. And I was like, I mean, shit, I'm willing to do it for the podcast.
Wow.
Like,
Do it for the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I very much value my friendship with Steven. And also because
Put a
again,
ginger root up
I
your
will.
asshole.
Okay, hold on. I will never.
so I mean, and also you go with the theory of I'm sure I know what most things feel like. And if I haven't heard about it, then it's some obscure underground thing. Because if it's hidden from me and if it's been hidden from Steven, then somebody's kept this under wraps. So like maybe it was like that like hole in the wall restaurant that people don't tell other people about. Like maybe it was just like so good they don't want
Hole in the
people to
wall. Oh no.
There's a lot going on here.
there's a lot to unpack here. Yeah. So it's one of those things where you're like, I think I know what most things will feel like. So why not? Why not? Fuck
The
it. I'll
butthole
try
is
anything
so
twice. I don't care.
sensitive. And ginger is so strong. So, okay. Again, so you hear about this on, we'll say day 0. How many days elapsed before you put ginger up your butthole?
8 hours.
8 hours! 8 hours!
I move quickly.
You fucking sleep on it.
No.
Sleep on it. Holy shit!
You're basically just like immediately. I need some ginger. I got to try this shit.
That's barely like. Did you have ginger at home?
I mean,
Not enough to put up your asshole.
no, the other party. It was. I didn't bring it.
Oh,
I'm not bringing my own ginger. No.
Well, it's your
BYOG.
What do I look like? What do I look like? I'm not buying ginger to let someone put it up my butt. Like,
ginger's expensive as fuck too.
but that's what I'm saying. This is not going to cost me money by the end of it. Like, I'm doing it for
All right.
a story and a laugh.
All right.
So this was just to clarify. So just a classy lady.
Extremely.
So just to
Mhm.
clarify, so before experimenting with figging on your own, you just immediately were like, all right, yes, I will allow you, this other individual, to shave ginger and insert it into me.
Correct.
All right. What's your relationship with this other person?
I mean, we're buddies right now.
Buddies right now. That like so
They don't
our
live here,
buddies-
but they don't live here.
What?
They don't live here. They live elsewhere.
Okay, were you in person? Were you
Yeah,
over video?
Electronically.
They were visiting.
I don't
they were-
know. I don't
they
know.
were-
You say you're buddies. I
Here,
don't know
they were
what's going
here
on.
on business.
Okay, how long have you known this buddy?
Not that long.
Okay, it's not. There's no judgments. There's no.
Okay.
I'm trying to get
That's
a full reference for who you are and what this ginger is, and and how much of it went in your butthole.
I mean, like, what do you mean? How much of it? Like the ginger root,
Oh my
babe.
God.
Like,
like ginger root, like it comes. It looks like
Some
a
of those things are gnarly.
It's big, like it's like a coral reef, and you have to snap pieces off.
It's like a duck
So-
penis.
Right now,
I
the
wonder if
sky's
it-
the limit.
nothing snapped
How
off.
much ginger went up your beehole? Like, make a fist.
mm,
Okay,
probably like that much ginger.
and then give us some give us a width as well. We got length. Now we need width.
Give us the girth.
I mean, I don't know, like regular ginger girth, I suppose.
Regular. Okay.
Like,
So okay, so
I'm not like a ginger steward. Like, my only introduction to ginger was like
Was the only ginger you know is the one
right,
that
and I
goes in
didn't
the
spend
butthole.
much time looking at it visually.
Well, I would. Maybe you should. Okay. All right. Okay.
No, listen, it's one of those things. Like, you just got to do it. You can't think
No,
about
let's
it too
go
much, or
back
you're not,
to-
or it's not going to happen for
Let's
you.
go back to the statement that spicy was an
Mm.
understatement,
Understatement.
and that you said you thought you'd have to go to the ER.
I did
Okay.
not,
You didn't.
because I wanted to maintain some sort of dignity and self-respect.
No, it's fine. It's
No, I
look,
used to be a nurse, and I know people. Like, I can't go in there and be like, "Hey, I put ginger in my butthole."
whatever. So, like, was it like a plug or a bead? Like, did you go all the way in or just partial?
I mean, like partial. Like, it wasn't like to the hilt or anything.
to the hilt. So the
Oh.
ginger had a hilt.
I mean, it came back out, so
For
yeah.
reference, what other things have you put in your butt?
Oh, honey, we don't have time for that. It's
Okay, well, give
8:46.
us a small swath, a small sampling.
I mean, like,
A charcuterie board.
Yeah.
you want to talk about a charcuterie board? No, but let's see. I mean, most like okay, save for the ginger, it was like your regular like run of the mill stuff that you're supposed to put up your butt.
Fingers,
Like,
penises, and dildos.
yeah, plugs, stuff like that. Like for the most part, it's stuff
Plugs.
that like is. I mean, I don't think inherently you're supposed to put anything up your butt.
That's why I'm laughing. I'm like, you're required. And then immediately Chris is just like
I
finger,
listed the three
penis,
most common
dildo.
things I think that would go up a butthole. So the ginger was your first foray into something that's
Into like non-usually butthole
non-sex
things.
toy.
Yes, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And you went right for ginger.
I mean, it was suggested to me. Yes,
All right.
Okay,
He-
so
he was cute.
I have some questions.
Yeah.
Can you like just walk us through the process? Like, did you arrive at this person's home, or did they
Yeah,
arrive at
give
your
us the
home?
full story.
Did they pull a ginger root out of their pants and then a carving knife and just start?
No, you'd use a spoon.
Like
You'd
a
use a spoon.
spoon?
I would.
Well,
Whenever I peel ginger, I use a spoon.
Stephen,
I
you met
didn't
this
know.
person, briefly, but you met this person.
Okay, there's okay.
Well, for me and for the listeners at home, could you give us start to finish, but like
It
Give
was
us a
something
tale.
that like we had already like talked about, so like this was prepared. This was already ready to go.
So you just got down to business.
Mhm.
Okay, and
We had
did
like
they-
already decided like this is what we were doing this week, and we were just going to be gross.
okay, all right. So now you see, like this little puzzle pieces that are just falling into place. So this person lives out of town,
Correct.
and you're communicating while this person's out of town, and this person's like, "Hey,
I mean, they were in town, but like we were not together. We had shared messages before when they got
Sure.
here.
Sure." And this person says to you, I've got some free time coming up. I'd really like to shove ginger in your butthole,
Amongst other things.
amongst other things.
Like
So
they would
was
like
that
to do
like
other
the-
things
was that
to me,
the-
like not
the-
put other things in my butthole.
Was that the climax of the evening, or what was that like the foreplay?
Mhm.
Where does ginger butt play fall on your
Early into the night.
early on? Okay,
Mm.
all right. So
so that was the
just
seasoning.
heating things up. All right. What else happened? If I may.
Oh God. Oh God. Mm.
Good.
Okay. So the ginger thing, and I know it's hard to think like, oh God, what else happened after that? But a lot of things.
Okay, all right, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Wait, let's go ahead and answer the question. How did that day start out for you?
How did that day start out for me?
Yeah.
It started with like flirty messaging.
Okay.
I mean, I had shit to do that day. I always have shit to do. But going through the shit that I had to do, going through the shit that they had to do, we had to exchange messages back and forth. I'm a very forward person. So when the conversation started taking a turn towards sex, and again, I'm on a sex positive podcast, so very sex positive. I'm like, all right, let's lean all the way in. So I leaned all the way into the conversation, and it was just one of those things. We figured out that we had similar likes and things that we were into. So it was just flirty talking back and forth. And then I went and saw my friends at the levee.
Okay. And then you saw your friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened before.
No, the texting happened before I saw you guys. The ginger in my butthole happened after.
Well,
Okay.
right. So you text, you flirt, a little flirty. You
Mhm.
go
Hang
hang
out
out
with
with
my
your friends,
Mhm.
and
then I go back to homie's house and get ginger put in my butthole.
you're still okay. Okay. No,
I'm
you
like,
don't
I'm
just open the door and he just goes, boop. No. Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
You leave your friends. You
Uh-huh.
go over to this person's home.
Correct.
and then like there's some more talking, or
Barely,
there's immediate disrobing.
pretty much.
Excellent. All right.
And he had the ginger at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do I look like standing there watching somebody shave ginger?
I mean, that could be foreplay. I don't know.
Yeah, that
Could be
might be like,
exciting.
ooh, yeah.
Ooh, I have a
ooh,
culinary
shut
thing,
that
like,
fucking ginger, you dirty,
hell
dirty
yeah.
boy.
Mm.
Okay, did this happen in the living room, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, in the
In the
kitchen?
bedroom. In the bedroom.
Okay.
We have some
So-
self-respect.
On the floor, on the bed.
In the bed.
Okay.
And were you
Yeah.
laying down?
What's
were
the
you
position? Are you like face down, ass up?
doggy style?
Chris is doing it perfectly.
Yeah, like this. The,
If you want to show the audience.
I do.
We have here. Hold on. I'll drag you. There we go. All right. So this is.
It was very much like that.
Okay. Was there
Okay.
any stimulation beforehand, like any
I
fingering?
mean,
any kissing?
yeah. Like your general foreplay type stuff.
Yeah, just making out, a little, some
Is
nipple rubbing.
the ginger lubricated?
I think we forgot that part.
It's kind of moist on its own. If you
I think that
shave
might have,
ginger,
yeah, but I think that might have added to the discomfort. Because I think we forgot about that.
yeah, arch that back.
Rest in peace.
Hindsight is 2020.
So hindsight, Jesus.
So you're in the position that Chris just demonstrated so beautifully, and so as the ginger goes in, what were you feeling?
How was your headspace there at that moment?
Again, so like I said, like that John Mulaney theory, like you think you know what most things feel like. I think I was prepared for like what it felt like anytime I've had anything else in my butt.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
So you're not like, okay. Yeah, again, ginger is, like just a pinch of ginger goes a long way. So ginger root, like if you were to take a bite out of that, that is fucking some spice.
Yeah.
That you're not really prepared for.
Correct.
And the butthole is all soft tissue. It's all very sensitive. So walk us through those moments.
So you've seen have you ever been to a Renaissance festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, I'm sure, if they're watching our show, I'm sure they've been to a Renaissance festival.
Maybe.
We attract a crowd, a certain type, which is great. But so like you see those guys that like eat like the flaming swords and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like that, but at like the other end.
A flaming hilt?
Yes.
All right.
So like, is this so? I'm sorry if you have to relive anything.
No. Like I said, him and I are buddies. Like,
but like, so it was a burning sensation.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming intensely so.
Yes.
Did it? Was it like sort of contained, or did it feel like it spread further than where it entered?
It was like a whole body type thing. Like my fingertips hurt.
Your fingertips hurt.
Oh now my God! Now I'm intrigued.
Hold on, Chris.
Yeah.
Before you start shaving some ginger.
No. I mean, I need a consenting adult first, but okay, all right. Was it immediate, all body pain, or was it like did it like stem out and grow?
Like stem out, like it like slowly crept. So it wasn't even like a slow creep. It was, I mean, like when I say slow, I mean begrudgingly slow.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. I'm starting to get the appeal here now.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So
and then but then there's like this other thing that happens. So like it hurts. It hurts. Like you think like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go to the ER for this. But at the same time, you're like mad horny because of it.
How, like, if you could, do you think you could have counted before you said, oh God, I'm going to have to go to the ER? Or was it like, pop, oh fuck, I need to go to the ER.
You probably get about a 4-second delay.
4 seconds. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
you get a good 4 seconds to like really grasp what's happening to you. You get 4 seconds to regret all of your decisions up until that point.
Oh fuck. All
And
right.
then how long from that point until you start to like realize that it's doing something positive, that it's giving you some kind of pleasure?
No, it still wasn't positive. Even
Oh.
though you're mad horny, like you still want to die.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
so it's like a desperation.
Yes.
Okay. So and after 4 seconds, where you like
It's
take that
A
out of my
very
asshole.
terrible juxtaposition. Because like you're mad horny, but you're in a lot of pain.
Sure. So like, how quickly did you ask for it to be removed? Or did you?
Probably-
I'm sorry. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
kinda- I need
probably
to-
like 15, 20 seconds in.
Wow, you're a fucking trooper. Okay.
I tried.
So wait.
I wanted to
Back up the fucking train again. So that's a solid at least 11 seconds of like, I'm gonna have to go to the emergency room. Because you
Did
said
you-
four
I
Did
seconds.
you
was
remove
going
yourself from the
over-
bed?
No, so like no, I was on the bed. So like I was going over in my head, I'm like, all right, it's a Saturday. Here's who's gonna be working at this ER. Here's who I know who's gonna be working at this ER.
You were totally out. Like I damn it, I need you to put more ginger in your butt.
Yeah, I was like going through. I'm like, okay, if I go to the closest ER, who am I gonna run into that? I
right.
know
Yeah,
there?
you were
And like,
going
is
for-
it worth it,
for
or
money.
am I just gonna have to suffer?
Now, okay, so let's skip ahead to that moment where he takes the ginger out of your asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Your flaming asshole.
Yes.
At what point did at any point after that did your body begin to relax, and or did the discomfort when did the discomfort go away?
Pretty soon after that,
Okay.
but I think it was more because I don't know. I think it was because I was focused on other things. I imagine.
Focused on other things. So you're very vague. I have to imagine. Okay, so that was the.
I mean, when
foreplay.
somebody balls up your own underwear and shoves it in your mouth, you kind of forget about your butthole.
Sure.
So that is something that happened then.
That is something that happened.
Okay.
Was there any more butt play?
Oh
That
yeah,
was-
there. I mean, yeah, but it was like your like normal butt play.
Okay.
So
No fruits or vegetables involved.
did you do no bananas?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Did you just like do butt play, or did you have anal sex after this?
No, that wasn't a possibility.
Okay. Is it because of the figging?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Come on.
And then-
They were much too large for that. to have
okay.
happened.
All right. Okay. Maybe that's why the ginger then, because it's a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know.
And also, I'm built different, so it was just one of those things. Like
I don't know
Even-
why, but I immediately imagined your asshole just being somewhere else. Like, I'm just built different. It has like an asshole on their chin.
No, but it is. I'm built different. So it was one of those things that like even if we hadn't had the ginger, it wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. So, you only inserted the ginger anally. You didn't try it
Mhm.
anywhere else. in the body?
No.
You
No,
have you ever eaten ginger raw?
Mhm.
Okay.
I like it with sushi. I did go and get sushi the other day and did not get ginger as a
No?
result of this. Yeah,
So has this changed how you view ginger?
it has. It has.
A ginger tea, is that out of the question now? Off the table?
I think it's more just like raw ginger. Like if it's like in something or something has like the essence of ginger, I think that'll be fine.
Essence of ginger.
Would you say that you now permanently
whisper.
have the essence of ginger?
I do. It is part of my DNA. So
You fused with the ginger, and the ginger's fused.
yeah,
You like
Yeah.
walk into the room. Do you smell ginger?
it's me. It's always me.
I just put it.
It's always me.
All right.
um,
Figging. All right.
would you? So, what do you think? And maybe your partner in this
0 out of
scenario-
10 would not recommend.
So you would not recommend.
Don't do it. This is a cautionary tale.
What?
Don't be a simple bitch. Do not
Don't
put ginger
say
in your
that.
butthole. No. Yes, say that. Do not put ginger in your butthole.
You can't tempt me like that to put ginger up somebody else's butthole.
You
I
were
mean,
getting
then-
me aroused when you were talking about it, like slowly creeping and getting
Yeah.
you mad horny, and
It
like
does. It
on
does
the
get you
verge of
mad
death.
horny, but like it
I love
creeps
that
up
shit.
your spine, Steven.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit creeps up your spine. I
I
felt it
need
in
to
my
shove ginger up
eyebrows.
somebody's butthole now.
My ancestors were whispering their disappointment to me through that. Like
Through your
it.
asshole.
They were like, "This bitch."
They
This
live
is
in the
terrible."
ginger. Yeah.
They did. They were like,
Your dead
"This."
relatives
Live
live
in
in
the
ginger.
We did all this shit to get to America for you to let people put ginger in your butthole. Like they were upset. It was fine.
I need to shove ginger up someone's butthole now.
Somebody wants
all right,
updates
Chris, I
every
guess we gotta-
week.
I
We
just,
have a comment that somebody wants updates every week after you both try it, and I
I'm going
agree.
to put it up somebody else's butt. I'm not going to put ginger up my asshole.
But see, you can't
What if
tell other
I put
people
it
to
up
do
your
it.
asshole
I'm
and
not
you
trying
put it up
I'm
mine?
saying I want to find a consenting adult that will allow me.
I mean, we're out there.
I'm sure they are. So I'm saying don't dissuade them, you know?
So I guess my question: you say 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Correct.
Excuse me. You actually you suggest that nobody ever do this.
Right.
So what do you think then the allure is for this individual? Is it like a control thing? Do they want to see you in pain or in like arousing pain?
Both.
Okay.
Little column A, little column B. That was
Yeah.
the whole point of it. Yeah.
Yes. Like it wasn't until you said that you felt the pain branch out through your entire body where I immediately was like, oh, now I'm in, you know, now like before it was just like your butthole's on fire. Okay.
No, you literally feel it like branch, like I could feel it like come down like the tops of my arms.
See, I need to do that to somebody else.
Mm.
But I digress. How did your poop go after that? How was your bowel movement?
It was fine. I don't. There was nothing like noteworthy. I don't remember
Okay.
anything noteworthy afterwards. So
So
it
I'm
was
not
like,
seeing
I mean,
any
short
downside.
recovery time. So okay, if you decide to be a simple bitch and let a podcast host or someone else put ginger in your butthole,
This is going to be on the
Um,
news. Like several people are going to be on the news because there's like a new pandemic and it's ginger and assholes.
if for some stupid as fuck reason you look at me and say I want to be like her, fine. But if you do it, just know that you think you know what most things feel like and you don't.
So the
It will,
okay,
it will change you as a person.
the only
I miss who I was before I let someone put ginger in my asshole.
that's I think all mental because I like
I mean, he was hot. Like it's
your
fine.
story thus far. I'm not hearing any downsides. Like there's the pain,
burning pain spiking through your
pain
body.
receded quickly after removal. You were still able to go on and function and have sex.
You had a normal
your,
poop.
Your poop did not hurt afterwards. You did like I assume you can still function as you functioned prior to ginger. BG and post G. Before ginger and post ginger.
I mean, yeah.
So like there's no, at least for 20-ish seconds of ginger insertion, there's no lasting effects of danger. I'm gonna have to do more research. I can't just have a blanket statement of I
I mean,
recommend
here's the
cigarettes.
thing though. This is the only research that I've done. So who's to say that like
Hands-on research.
but that's what I'm saying. Who's to say that at like 26 seconds that shit don't hit different? I don't know. So if you feel like you have to test it out, that's fine. But don't ever say that Kat told you to do it.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, the podcast with benefits does not
Condone ginger in your
condone
butthole.
ginger butthole play.
Unless
However, if you're interested in trying, reach out to me. I will supply the ginger.
Yes, do not buy your own ginger for this. If you're going to let somebody put ginger in your asshole, at least make them buy the ginger. That was my one rule going into it.
I have to highlight this because I love this.
Yeah.
I wish I was the person I was before I let someone put ginger in my butthole. Needs to be on merchandise. That was Imagine
That's
Max.
definitely shirt-worthy. Yeah, that's definitely t-shirt worthy.
I mean, I can see that because I really do. Like that version of Cat was a much more unassuming, much more trusting person. She was simpler, she was happier.
8 hours.
I mean,
8 hours from hearing about the idea to
I
okay.
work quickly. Like I said, he was out of town. He had a flight to catch.
All right.
So I this is gonna sound weird. So I don't have a vagina.
What?
Sorry, Chris.
What was
I'm
that?
sorry.
Bullshit.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
What
I
have you
didn't
been
mean to
sending me
mislead you.
pictures of?
Yeah, what's happening right now? Our
He
whole
only agreed to do
relationship's
this
a lie.
podcast if I had a vagina. But no, so I don't have a vagina, so I don't know exactly how a vagina feels. So my question to you is, as an individual with a vagina,
Mhm.
do you think the sensation would be similar or heightened or lessened if you were to do this vaginally?
Oh god, I think heightened. I don't think there would have been any kind of like I think the mad horny just came from the fact that like something was in your butt and like your body is like, "Hey, that's new." Um
So the level of mad horny, it was the same as if there was fingers or a dick in your butt.
yes. Actually more so because yes, the pain does add to it, but for me the pain was not worth it.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, there's other things that you can do to be that horny besides putting ginger in your butthole.
Well, obviously, there's plenty more things you can do to be, like this. But it's about that. It's riding that line of fucking pleasure and pain.
Again, 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Oh God.
So this is
I love pleasure and pain. Like we can talk about that all day. I did not think that the ginger was a good way to go about that.
so I'm sorry. So you may not know the answer to this, and that's okay. Did they keep the ginger? Did they use it afterwards?
I do not know the answer to that. No.
Okay, I'd
So
be very
the
interested.
whereabouts of the ginger are unknown.
It could be anywhere.
I mean, I can ask them if we can like have it to like
I'll put it on the
auction off or
shop.
something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we can auction it.
Let's just hold on to it for a while. Let it, build.
Cat's
some-
butthole ginger.
It'll be
Someone
the
would buy
community
it.
ginger. Well, it'll be passed on so that many people can try this. They can
It's
all
just
have
gonna do it
an
like
anal
like
experience.
just little. We'll cut off little bits of it and sell the bits.
Oh,
Yes,
we do like the
exactly.
bits here.
But like as somebody who also puts things into people's butthole, I would not recommend. Like I would not tell anybody that I'm currently saying like, "Hey, can I put some ginger in your butt?"
Well, do you enjoy inflicting pain on other people?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
See, like when you first told me what figging was, and maybe this is a bad thing to do, but I assumed
Figging is a bad thing to do. So
well, I assumed though that
should be
the
illegal,
scenario would
like,
involve the person with the figging fetish being the one who receives the ginger. But
like I think like Chris said earlier, it was more of a control thing, more of a I'm inflicting pain on you thing. That was where we came from it.
do you think anybody out there actually likes ginger in their ass?
I mean, maybe
If
You
you're
can
listening
learn
to
to
this,
love it, Steven.
if you're listening and you like ginger in your butthole, like I say something because
Yeah,
we
please
need to
reach out.
talk. We need to talk.
If you're
We can have like
familiar at all,
we could have a whole debate about the pros and cons of butthole ginger.
yeah, honest to goodness. So if any of our listeners or viewers have experienced or attempted figging, please reach out to us at bemorethanfriends@gmail.com. We want to hear your story, and it's okay if it's an alternative perspective. We love that here.
Absolutely, we welcome that. Yeah.
I mean, if you're like that, like Cat's insane. I love butthole ginger. Like, please, I want to know.
That's the greatest thing about it. It's none of this is fact. It's just all
Yeah, it's complete personal opinion. I mean, like there is like somebody currently in my life that I'm pretty sure if I told him like, hey, can we put ginger in your butthole for my friend Steven's podcast, they would let me do it.
But you said you're not going to sign off.
I mean, I wouldn't personally recommend it, but if he wanted to, like, he's very sex positive. He's open like that. He would let me do it.
See,
And I mean, at that
if
point,
you're
I would just
dancing,
tell him
like,
to do
This
it.
is how
like-
it starts. This is how it starts. We
you're
just pass the
like,
line.
I don't want to influence
But see,
you.
do you see how it comes full circle though? Because like at this point, like if I just straight told this dude like, hey, this is what we're doing, chances are he's gonna be like, that's cool.
This is
That's just how we're set up right now.
like things go viral. Is that like, one person figs one person, and then that person figs two people.
It's just
But the
simple
only reason we
economics.
would be doing it is so he could talk about it on the podcast and his contrasting and similar views. What I'm saying is that I do have somebody that, like, if you really want to hear about it from another person, that they would probably let me do it.
I will not.
Not going to stop you.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to, like, so don't offer it up, because now it's
Okay. Well, hopefully someone else in the audience.
I will shove ginger up somebody someday.
Okay, so we have a willing ginger inserter, which is
if I have to take one for the team, I'll do it. But
that's why I did it.
That's why.
Please, if there are any volunteers, reach out. But if I have to, I'll take one for the team. We'll make it a date, Chris. It'll be nice. Put on some.
Go out for a nice dinner first.
There's a song by Mr. Bungle called
I'll
"My
cook
Ass Is
dinner.
on
I'll
Fire."
cook dinner for you guys.
So we can listen to that. Oh, you'll have to. Okay.
So I'm being texted privately by the one person that they'll let me put anything in their butt but ginger.
Okay.
Anything but ginger?
Anything but ginger.
Flaming
Anything?
That's
a
what I was
flaming
told.
sword.
I mean, probably not a flaming sword, but like.
Well, you said anything but ginger.
That's what they said. I'm just reading text messages.
Well,
they
don't
said
tell me,
verbatim, I will take anything but ginger.
A cactus?
Probably not.
Well, then,
I don't think they, yeah, I mean, they
They
said
need
I'll
to
take
stop
anything
lying.
but ginger, but again, ginger is
wasabi.
like at least like relatively sized and shaped to go in your butthole.
Cucumber coated in wasabi.
I'm just imagining chopsticks with a little bit of wasabi. Just
Oh, it's burning. Oh. Whew. Anywho's. So,
Anyways,
figging, that happened.
figging happened.
Over for you.
It did. We're buddies now. It brought us close together.
What's your normal MO? What do you like? What do you don't like?
Um,
Tell us about Cat.
So my day-to-day depends. I think I date like anybody else. I have Tinder. Had plenty of fish for a while, had Hinge, but I think I date like anybody else. Right now my current day-to-day is like a dom sub type. That's typically like my main jam is like old school BDSM type stuff.
Okay. Any fun anecdotes from that lifestyle?
I mean, there's always fun anecdotes from that lifestyle, but
Sure.
I mean, are you talking like past year, like full lifetime? Because like I said, I have like a current
whatever's popping up in your mind.
thing.
What's an experience that you always think of? Like you think back fondly on this experience.
Oh, I think the figging will go down just because I got to talk about it on my friend's podcast afterwards. There's been so many experiences. There was one that, I mean, it wasn't particularly like a good experience, but like now looking back on it, it was really funny. And I've talked to this person since then, and it was funny for them too. So early on into, I lived in Washington State for a couple years, and I've only been back here for a few of them. And early on into moving back here, I was dating somebody who we had talked for a couple weeks, been to dinner dates, and by the time that we got to where we were taking each other's clothes off, they had forgotten to tell me that they had a prosthetic leg. And so the first time that I found out about it was as I was unzipping his pants. in his apartment at like 2 a.m. I look back on that fondly because it was like a really defining moment for me. Because I was like, well, I don't want to be the girl who like runs out. Like, I'm not ableist. So, like, I was like, you know, you just gotta like get through this.
Yeah.
And so I did. And it was really awkward and really weird. And I need someone to talk to because I just don't know how to cope. Because I don't know how like you left this out for 6 weeks. Like, how do you
Yeah.
not tell someone about this?
Yeah.
But like I
That
said,
must
him and
be a pretty good prosthetic for it not to.
I mean, it was the winter time, so he always had jeans on.
I guess
And
that's fair.
there's no odd gait or walk or anything. All right, good for him.
But I'm
Did
also
they
really not that
did they
observant.
remove it during
Yes, they did.
intercourse?
Yes,
Oh,
But
okay.
the way you expressed it, did it fall off or did it just?
it fell off.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was like a defining moment because like there were so many times like not because of consent, like I was consenting the whole time, but there were
Sure,
so
sure.
many times that like just my anxiety and like who I am as a person, I was like, I can't do this. Like I need to leave, but I didn't.
Now, is that your only sexual encounter with this person?
Yes.
Okay. At any point, did you want to use the prosthetic?
No, no, not at any point. No, other than to put it back on them. No, other than for its intended purpose.
All right. All right. I don't know. Just checking.
No.
You know.
But no, I mean, like it's funny now, but
Sure.
it was a what I consider a defining moment in sexual history because I'm a lot more in depth with my preliminary questions now.
You said you've talked to this person afterwards. Did they like apologize for?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
we both apologized to each other because I was super weird after it,
Sure. Sure.
like you would be.
Right.
And yeah, so I apologized and they apologized. They were like, you know, I just didn't know how to tell you. I'm like, well, I mean, something.
Oh, so they purposely withheld the information.
Correct.
What if that's their kink? What if they're like watching for you to like, oh, the leg's about to fall off. Bam, it fell off.
I mean,
Got him.
Surprise prosthetic.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know this person.
That is a fetish though. There's a fetish for prosthetic limbs.
and that's what I'm saying. Like but I didn't want to be like, I don't know. I didn't want them to think that it was like the what is like I didn't want them to think that that's why I wasn't into them because it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the shock of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
so did this person, was it a lack of confidence? Like that they were
Mhm.
just like, they thought that you wouldn't, you know,
They thought that I wouldn't hook up with
and
them.
I don't get that
otherwise.
vibe from you at all. Like,
No,
I
not at
feel
all. Like I would have been like, all right, cool.
all right,
Like
let's
just
go.
tell me
Yeah.
about it.
Rub that nub on me. Let's go.
I mean, right. I let somebody put
That's
ginger in my
probably-
butthole. Like
Yeah. All right. All right.
if you're down for ginger, you're down for most things. Like
I'd say so.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a very fair
there's
assessment.
not a lot that I'll say no to.
So what aside from ginger, have you ever had any other like strange requests from a partner?
To find strange requests.
You know, like I mean, just what's something that stands out as strange for you?
I mean, not a lot. That's why I came to you with the figging as excited as I did, because not a lot stands out as strange to me.
What would be a thing that you think if you shared it with the general public, they would think that it's?
I mean, the old school BDSM. That's still not really highly looked upon. People think of them as sexual deviants, and especially like the dubs, like the I keep mixing words, like
The
the
dubstep.
the dubstep.
Yeah.
You should judge people for that, but
Just to clarify, for dubstep, right?
yes, you should
Yeah.
judge people for
If
that.
you listen to
If you
modem
listen to-
static, yeah, you should probably go fuck yourself.
You deserve it. Yeah, at that point, it's sometimes it's okay. But I think BDSM is definitely the biggest thing that I mean, things that are normal for me, like texting someone and telling them that they need to go put a plug in for the rest of the night. Like that's normal. That's normal for me. Like my current life, the way that it's set up right now, that's a normal thing for me. Other people, that is sexual deviancy and they can't even conceive of that. So I think the biggest thing that like if the general public knew that I was as hardcore into as I am would be Dom sub BDSM. Because
So I mean,
I'm
yeah, you
getting to
can't go
flex my
around telling
Dom
me like, yeah,
muscles.
I choke bitches, but um, I don't know. I mean, it's becoming more and more acceptable, but
Mm,
I think what Steven's question is for you. Are there things? What can you think of that you have only been asked of once? Like, I'm sure there's things that people like that partners and or whomever asks of you often, like show me your titties is a very common request.
right, I hear that at
So, what
Walmart.
is a very uncommon request?
Right, that's at Walmart.
Wait, what?
Chastity.
You say
I said
that's what?
I
What's
hear
at
show me,
Walmart?
I hear show me your titties at Walmart. Like,
Oh, okay. I thought
yeah, like
I thought
that.
you were saying that you just buy odd requests at Walmart.
I can go find that at Walmart.
You
Yeah,
you like
you
weird
really
sex
could.
stuff? Give me money. No. I think like the one that I've heard that I've not heard from anyone else, and like considering like the lifestyle that I've lived as long as I have, chastity would be the most recent one that I've only had one person talk about that with me.
Okay, and
So chastity, can you explain what you mean by that?
That is like wearing a device that locks away your manhood.
okay,
So I've only had one partner that is into that, and that's a new experience for me. And like I said, considering the lifestyle that I've been in for a long time, I know some people would say, "Oh, well, I hear about that in BDSM all the time." Yeah, you hear about it, but have you ever actually done it? Like,
right.
you haven't.
So what? Yeah, what are the? How long was this person wanting to wear the chastity belt?
It's not a belt; it's more of like a device. It's
Is it
think
the
like
dick cage?
just dick and balls.
Right.
Um,
No, I think I've seen
they
the
have a
contraption.
cage. Yeah, they have a cage. They have a
Yeah,
cage.
I've seen the cage before.
Hmm. Yeah,
How long?
I had him put that on the other night.
For how long?
Mm, 4 hours.
My concern with that is the erection that you're bound to get.
That's the point.
Oh no! Oh no! Uh,
I mean, I've I've gotten an erection in tight pants, and it's a pretty bad
it's
experience.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
So like an erection in a tight metal or whatever
Cold metal
kind of
cage.
material.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
that's to
Yeah.
me that sounds like uncomfortable and kind of grueling, but
Good for them.
I can see it's
But that's the control part of it, is that they have to control that for themselves.
Yeah.
Like if they don't want to be in pain, if they don't want to be uncomfortable, they have to control that for themselves.
and like it's kind of like extreme edging. You don't even have the option.
Right.
That's
That's the
probably
point.
why Chris doesn't like
No.
it. he's
Are you
he's
uncomfortable
I want to be
anti-edging
with
part of that. Yeah. I don't want-
for
Really?
himself. For himself.
Fuck no.
Oh,
No.
that's
Oh,
like my whole week is going to be set up around that.
that's great. I'm happy for you. No, I inflict my will and control on others. I don't. That's not my bag.
Oh, me too. That's what I'm into.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're too much alike to.
This is actually the first time that I'm actually getting really to flex that side of myself. I'm usually the assumed submissive.
Sure.
I think because I am as feminine as I am, and it's not that I don't like being submissive. Obviously, I do. But I have always wanted to like do like the more like dom sub relationship where I'm the dominant, and I've always wanted to be the one to top. So I get to flex that right now. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
having fun. Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
So what's on your to do list then? I mean, what kind of things?
They're
Spoiler alerts for whomever's getting this, but
yeah, they're watching. So I don't want to give away my full to-do list.
well, okay. How about can you do an exclusive for us then? Can you make them
Mhm.
do something right now?
Ooh,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
You got
All
to
right.
like we got to come up with something, but
Oh
I can
no, this is all you. I want to see you flex that muscle.
do that.
Get in that headspace if you need to, wherever you need to be.
Let me see what they're up to right now.
All right.
Do you consider yourself So when you're a dom, are you more like aggressive or
Soft dom.
soft dom? Okay.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I very much want it to be I'm doing this because I care about you. I'm doing this because I want you to feel good because I know that this is something you like. And I mean, it's something that I've been into.
Mistress.
Hmm.
Mistress Cat or just Mistress?
Just mistress. I mean, mistress cat would be hot too. I haven't suggested that one. See, like I said, this is my first time getting to flex it, so I'm
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm trying things out as I go, and they've always been more the assumed dominant, so they're trying things out as they go too.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's actually pretty cool that you with your partner you're exploring these other roles that you don't typically get to explore.
Um,
Do you ever find yourself kind of reverting back into any patterns as a sub, like from the past?
so it's a newer thing. Like we've only been talking about 2 weeks. Um, but I mean, yes, but I think because most of our conversation is in text message, I've been able to have that buffer where even if I like feel like I'm about to say something, I can type it out and then I can delete it and be like, "Oh, nope, that's not where I'm trying to be. That's not where either of us are trying to be." So yes, it happens, but on their end, do they see it? No.
is it strictly via text, or is there any?
Right now, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to get to any kind of real talk, like real time, like either on the phone
Oh
or
yeah,
audio?
yeah. No, they live close, and we definitely plan to play here very soon. They actually had a really cool idea for Steven's podcast, or for your podcast too, Chris.
Oh, thanks.
Uh,
I'm sorry, I revert to that just because I've met
Well,
like
you know, Steven,
I
I
spent
don't
my
think
whole
I don't think
I spent my whole summer with Steven.
I'm
So.
not that frail where I'm like, it's my dude. No, it's you. You know,
no,
Steven.
this is Steven's podcast, and Chris is here too.
I'm gonna go put myself in a fucking dick cage. No, yeah, I don't. You're fine. Well,
So are
you share your idea?
yeah.
Am I what?
Are you able
You
to
are
share
the
your idea?
queen of like teasing shit. What's this idea?
Like, what do you mean? Like the ones that I'm gonna like have this week,
You
or?
said they had an idea for the show.
Your play partner.
Oh,
has an
oh,
idea for the
oh,
show.
Just coming on to the show, like both of us,
What the
and
fuck? Just hold on, time out. I apologize. Put Chris in a cage with some ginger. What the fuck? I don't understand why. Like, because you get a reaction out of me. Is that it? Oh my goodness! This whole group.
Oh, Trip Fantasy said, "Put Chris in a cage and leave the rest to us." Winky
Oh
face.
my goodness, you guys.
God, you're not allowed to leave until all of the ginger is gone.
Fuck.
It's going up somebody's ass
Well, I will eat some ginger. I love ginger, but
after it's been up an ass.
I mean, it depends on the butthole. It depends on how prepared the butthole was.
Would you
I'm
eat
not
ginger
going to
from my
immediately
asshole?
dismiss it. But like, if you have a nice clean butthole, who am I? I'm not too proud.
Would you eat ginger from my asshole?
I don't. It depends on how much prep work you've done, Steve.
No prep time. Right
None.
now.
No, I will not eat ginger out of
Okay.
your unprepped
Why?
butthole. Why?
Why?
I wouldn't, because it's. Would you? Okay. I love Steven. I love Steven. As we discussed earlier, when talking with Steven, fluids often are involved.
Correct.
Okay? And I don't care for any fucking butt fluid from Steven to be in my mouth.
That's
Now,
fair.
if he has freshly showered and I've got some guarantees that, like there's, some solid, it's been a while since
Oh.
the poop has happened,
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm like. Hold on. Where are we going?
I have guarantees that there are some solid fluids,
Yeah, guarantees of some solid time has lapsed.
solidified paste.
Yeah. Then I'd probably eat some Steven butt ginger.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. I'm honored.
We'll see.
Thank you.
We'll see where this goes.
You do the fig and Al. No, you'll do the figging, and you'll also do the eating. I'll just lay there,
It
basically.
depends. Like, see, I like.
Just so you
Yeah.
guys know, you guys said that you wanted like a live command. So I told them, I said, go plug until I'm done with this stream. And they said, yes, mistress.
All right, fantastic.
That's
All
what
right,
we're
you heard
doing.
it here, folks. We got to go all night.
So as long as I'm here, that's what they're doing with their
They
night.
will never remove this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually pretty interesting. I wonder how many other people have listened to this podcast with a plug in their butt.
I don't know. But you can definitely guarantee that there is one person
at least one
that is listening to this podcast.
If
right
only
now.
Spotify Wrapped kept track of that.
Your
This is what you
year-end
listen to
butt
with a
review.
podcast. Like these are the podcasts you listen to.
I
when
apologize.
you
I got
anally plug.
sidetracked by the comment section, and please keep the comments coming up. We love them.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
for
also
engaging, participating.
if you have any questions for Kat or for any of us,
Kat has a
if
question
you
for Kat. Can Kat
Oh.
run real quick?
I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Now is a good time to take a quick 5.
Okay.
So, folks, go ahead and Kat, you can go, and we'll see you back here in just a moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Everybody who's in the comments section, please keep commenting and stay with us. We're going to take a quick pause for station identification, and you can pick this back up on part 2 with Kat. And apparently you can keep the Chris fanfic torture porn going. I don't know what's going on here, but I guess I'm here for it.
So are you going to take a break for a second then?
I think so. I think a quick pause for, just to we have a nice book ending for part 1 and part 2.
All right. So I'll just go ahead and do the little outro thing.
Yeah.
But the stream is going to continue, so you guys don't have to leave. You can stay here. I'm just going to kind of chill here, just so that
I'm
there's
not going anywhere, but yeah, we can just do a quick video.
Okay.
And,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do the thing real fast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of Bring Us Some Figgy Pudding.
Oh no.
With Kat.
Is this part 2, or is this just like an in-between, like post
continuation? I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you're listening and or in how you're taking us in. So I think it was just a nice little good spot for a little pause, a little break. So that way you didn't miss anything. To a quick recap and catch up, we're talking with Kat, and the comment section has run wild with bizarre things to do to me.
As it does.
Apparently. I didn't know this was an ongoing thing, but apparently it is.
So while we're waiting for Kat to return, some Run the Gauntlet is saying, and we're back with erotic fan fiction.
Yeah.
So let's do a little experiment. Let's write a fan fiction together right now for Chris. A very short one. Yes. Oh, actually, we have a question from Hidden. I don't know if that's their username or if they're just Hidden. And Kat is back. Hello, Kat.
Hello.
What is this? Hidden says, I got a question. Who should fart first in a relationship, the boyfriend or girlfriend, to break that barrier?
You got to kind of feel that one out, and also
it's always me.
It's also, I mean, you can have boyfriend. I mean, that's or girlfriend.
Hold on, I love that. I love that they're like, who should fart first in a relationship? And Kat's like, it's always me. No matter whose relationship. My relationship with somebody else, Kat has to fart in my relationship.
It's always Kat.
I'm essentially always farting. Like
right now, you're actually farting.
Yeah, 100%. So there's never really like a start or an end to it. It's just the fart that's as old as time, continuing out of my bunghole. Yeah. But I definitely fart. And Run the Gauntlet has begun. So, Kat, while you were gone, while we were stalling for time, Steven decided to open it up to the audience to write a fan fiction about me.
Oh, I miss a fan fiction.
It's happening.
in the
It's
comments?
just starting. Okay, so part
Oh,
one of the
good,
fan fiction. This is going to be slowly leaked, I suppose, or slowly revealed. So anyone in the chat, feel free to continue the story. And I guess I'll just read it as we go.
Well, I think we're dancing delicately on. Well, you'll see. It's a show that we might recognize once you start reading it. But
Okay. Well, Run the Gauntlet says, it was lunchtime at Elmwood High, and the evil principal, Mr. Franz, banned touching butts.
if you're a fan of Bob's Burgers, you'll know that this is
got
very
it.
quickly Tina.
I had no idea.
Good shout out. Yeah. Shout out to Tina. So Hidden, there's also a side conversation going on here with one of our members here. Hidden says they want to show their dominance too when it refers to farting. Well, if you want to show your dominance, then you definitely fart immediately. I mean, and you.
That's why I do it. That's why it's always me.
That's why it's always me. So yeah, it's definitely. I guess that is a power move to fart and let the other person smell that and live in that and be with that.
Well, hold on. I feel like maybe I have an alternative perspective here,
Sure.
but I feel like most of the time that I fart, it's an act of submission to my body. Like I don't willingly fart. It just happens, and I'm like, oh no, and so like I feel less dominant when I fart.
You've submitted to your own body.
I've submitted to my own body.
So for me, it was never an act of dominance. We've touched on this earlier in other shows. It's that at the slightest amount of discomfort, I will do whatever I can to alleviate that discomfort, whether it's taking a piss or farting or, like I don't hold it in because fuck you. I'm not going to do that. Like I'm an adult and I'm going to go do that. So in public, I won't fart. I will wait until there are less people around, but if I can't make it to where there's no people around, so be it. I don't know.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Are we?
Go ahead.
Are we reading the fan fiction?
Go right ahead.
Okay.
I really need to hear the fan fiction.
Okay.
This is from Trip Fantasy. Young Krisk. Jesus Christ. I already fucked up.
Krisk.
I can't do that. Chris, can you please?
Sure.
Come on,
gonna
Chris.
fuck it up.
Young Chris, a brisk 18 years old as of today, is excited to finally have the parental controls removed from his iPod. Mummy and Dada never let little Chris see but an armpit from the interwebs. All is about to change.
Oh no.
Which is so odd, as it's quite the juxtaposition from my actual childhood, which was just like all pornography all the time. Like it was I had access to the internet and there was no barrier. There were nudie mags, not so well hidden all over the house. I just had immediate access to pornography from a very young age. So this will be a neat take.
All right, so we're anxiously awaiting part 2 of this story.
Yeah, and anybody can take it. It can be a shared story. Trip fan, I love where you're starting out, and anybody else can keep it going.
I like that this can go in any direction.
It could.
It's very
so Pat, well, I cut you off earlier because I was so excited to talk about the I don't know if it's anger or fandom that is created in this comment section of my butthole and the ginger and the whatnot. But you're a liaison of yours had an idea for the podcast.
Yes, where we both come onto the podcast and discuss our sexual experience with each other. What we took away from it, the different points that we both took away from it, the similar points that we both took away from it, what we would do again, what we would do differently, how we connected through it, things like that. And this would also be the person that's following my live command right now. So
Sure.
They're like me. They don't care. They're
Okay.
fine.
So would this be like a productive and with love roasting session between the two of you?
No.
This is
I
more of a kind of a
I mean, it
fact
could be
finding.
because we both have very similar senses of humor. That if it turned into that, it would be fine.
Sounds like more of a debrief.
More of a to hear how the same experience went for two different people in two
Yeah.
different roles.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is
Because
this the
I'm the
same
dominant.
individual who did the ginger, or is this a different person?
No, this is the one who I told to plug until I'm done with this live stream.
Okay.
Can you up the ante?
I can absolutely.
Excellent. If you're at your leisure, mistress.
No, let's get it.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and read part 2 while you're up in the ante for our butt plug friend. He skips down the cherrywood stairs to meet his mom in the kitchen. Happy birthday, Chris. My little boy is becoming a man. But you'll always be my baby, you know. Chris's mom says playfully. Yeah, I know, Mom. Hey, remember what you and Dad said yesterday at dinner about fixing my internet? I haven't been able to play games with my friends because of it. Chris pleads with his mother. It's all very innocent right now. I'm really terrified to see where this is going to go. But
Yeah, I'm a little worried. But yeah, just a reminder, anybody can continue the story here in the chat.
Steven says pleadingly, just a reminder, anyone can continue.
Mother has entered the chat.
Oh, God. All right. So I just told them that anytime they feel aroused, I need to know about it.
Okay.
Like they
Your
need to
phone
text
starts
me.
dinging
You
immediately.
share that with
It's probably gonna start here in just a second.
Okay, and I hope that you'll let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
And I have permission if anybody's wondering. Like,
Well, I would hope.
it's fine.
I'd hope that
I
there's
can.
consent, yeah.
Yes, I can read, but I'm saying for like viewers, like if anybody's
sure,
like,
sure,
"Oh my
sure.
God, she's just doing this with it," I have full permission to do what I'm doing. There's
Wonderful.
consent on both sides.
Do you want to
Wonderful.
just do you want to ding anytime that you receive one of these messages?
Yeah, absolutely. They're taking way too long to respond.
Ooh, let them know that. Give them the business.
Are they watching now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Should we? Should we?
I
do
want to
this?
know what's going on with Run the Gauntlet here, but
I don't understand what they're referring to.
Yeah, but beating around the bush, not how I do things. I don't know what that was in reference to. All right, we will continue on with Trip Fantasies fanfic.
Ding.
Ding.
It's the fanfic that doesn't.
Yeah, bing.
So I was told, yes, mistress. If I'm honest, I'm feeling aroused now. I'm just not able to do anything about it.
If I'm honest. Goddamn right, you better be honest.
And then I said that was much too long of a response time, and then I was told there's a delay in the text arriving.
Don't make excuses. There will be punishment for excuses. Now, Chris, you know you have to wait for your father to deal with that. I don't know anything about those darn computers, she says. Chris is now visibly upset as the bus will be here any minute. His dad doesn't get home until 6 this evening. That means Chris will have to go a whole afternoon without freedom.
Whatever will Chris do? Without his internet games.
What will Chris do with them?
Freedom.
There was this stupid internet game when I was a kid that I was like obsessed with, and it was like a virtual knee surgery, and like I would like not stop playing it.
Is only knee surgery? That's oddly specific.
And I mean, like, I did grow up to be a nurse, so I guess like there was like some merit to it, but like I'm pretty sure that like even now, if like somebody needed emergency knee surgery, I could do it.
Wow. All right.
That's my kink is emergency surgery.
So you
I
just go around fucking Nancy Kerrigan people, fucking bashing their knees in.
did get an apology for the slow response times, so we're okay.
Mm.
I think they should be punished.
Apologies don't cut it, man. You gotta show that you mean business.
I think they should prove their dedication.
I like how all three of us are now involved. Okay, now listen.
I mean, other people can get involved too. If anybody in the comments has any suggestions for me, I'll take them.
Oh my goodness.
This poor sub.
Now this is exactly the kind of thing that our podcast listeners are missing out on by not catching the live stream.
This is
So,
exactly what they're
let it be
missing out on by
lesson
not
to you,
catching it.
podcast listeners. You could be controlling the fate of some poor unfortunate soul who's very willing and actually super.
Do you see me? There is nothing poor about this man. He is fine.
Also,
He's
audio
doing really
only,
well in life. He's okay.
the non-live listeners are also missing out on the opportunity to decide the fate of 18-year-old Chris in this fan fiction. So for anyone who's listening or watching after the show is live, just remember that you can follow us at not MTF Productions, at twitch.tv/morethanfriends, and you can follow us there. We do live recordings most Mondays.
So I don't know who Run the Gauntlet might know, but Run the Gauntlet says, "Yeah, tell him he doesn't look like Action Bronson." Do you mean the character that the person that Tom Hardy played in like Bronson, like the English criminal?
No, Action Bronson.
Oh no, the rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who I let put ginger in my butt looked a lot like Action Bronson.
Okay, so Run the Gauntlet knows somebody then. Yeah,
I
Action
wonder if
Bronson,
there's any
yeah.
correlation
Oh,
there.
oh yeah, he's a rapper. He's great. Okay. All right.
Oh Lord.
Carrying
Okay.
on with the fan fiction.
This is part 4, right?
I think so. You have to start numbering these, Trip. Later this morning on the bus, Chris sits in the back with his friends, Steven and Kat.
Oh no!
Now you're involved. Now
Oh,
you're
God.
involved. Steven turns to Chris. He's always teased him about being a virgin, let alone not seeing anyone naked. But Steven doesn't know that. Hey, virgin. Oh, do you want to read that? It's your line.
This is my line.
Yeah.
Hey, virgin, heard you're 18 today. Not that it matters. Can't consent to anything if you don't have anyone willing to touch you, you loser.
Steven proclaims. I was
God.
going to do a fucking radio drama because you're both in it. So,
I'll take lines too.
like, yeah, you are. Yes, you will.
If Trip fan or anyone else wants to write lines for me, I will gladly take lines in this.
What in the fuck are we doing?
Anything can happen on the podcast with benefits. There are many benefits.
I
I
really hope you're
suggest-
typing with one hand over here. And you're
I
just like,
suggest a sex scene with Steven and someone else. Doesn't have to be Chris, doesn't have to be me. You can write like an NPC for a sex scene for Steven.
okay,
Oh,
here
here
it
we
is.
go,
Ready
Kat.
for your big line.
Part 5.
Kat adds on.
Steven, don't be mean to him. He's probably just a Christian. They don't have sex.
Steven turns to them both and refutes.
Yeah, well, fuck you. I'm you. There's a typo. I'm just gonna read it as is. Yeah, well, fuck you. I'm you probably have STDs because you're gross. What?
Says Chris. Yeah, wait.
Hold on.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Leave them alone.
I'm
They were
confused.
trying to provide me with lines. You leave them be. They were
Yeah,
giving
no, Trip,
me
Trip fan is getting too excited here. Just calm down, buddy.
they were giving me my debut. It's okay.
Steven turns to them both and refutes.
This is bad writing, Trip. Come on.
Trip, I'm here for you, baby. It's okay.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm going to say that the am's gone. I'm going to say, yeah, well, fuck you. You probably have STDs because you're gross.
Mm. Here,
I don't
hold
know.
on just a
I don't
moment.
know.
I will be right back.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
what do we have any more dings? Is our
No, I have not get any more dings.
What in the
I did
fuck
tell
is going
them
on?
because, like I said, they are watching.
Yeah.
And when you had said this poor unfortunate sub, I did text them and said, "Poor sub my ass," because there ain't nothing poor about them.
yeah, well, they're enjoying it. You know, I mean, like it's
Yeah, they said you treat me very well.
Oh,
So
Oh,
I do. They're so stinking cute. Like aside from all the dom stuff, like this is where the soft part comes out. They're so stinking cute.
So sorry for popping out for a hot second. Andreas here, that's my husband Andreas, for those of you who haven't seen him. Uh, he was putting on these big boots and he just wanted to show me. He was like doing these little poses and stuff. And I was like, do you want to show the
Because
stream?
he's adorable.
You and
Yeah.
I
your
want to
sexy
see the
boots?
I want
boots.
to see the
Boots,
boots.
boots.
But he
Let's
said
see the
said
boots.
no, but oh, here we go. Hold on. Here,
Ooh,
do the little sexy walk that you were
oh,
doing.
baby.
Those are some galoshes. Those are big old boots.
Those
Oh,
boots are
baby,
made
I
for
like 'em.
walking.
Oh, Andres, come back. They're lovely.
Tell him we need an encore.
It's true.
They love your boots and they want an encore, babe. They love your
Encore,
boots.
babe.
He said thanks.
Tell him we love that ass. The boots are just an enhancement.
Oh, they said that they love your ass. The boots are just the enhancement.
Yeah, no, they haven't updated me. They haven't said anything.
Well, you should punish them.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think we have more Chris
We do.
fanfic.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dropping the ball here.
Damn
This
it,
is
Steven.
part one of the numbers.
Chris thinks to himself while he plugs his headphones in, listening to Coldplay. I don't really think Steven is gross. Kind of cute. But I don't know. Mom says I should try to get a girlfriend. All right.
Oh no.
I draw the line at Coldplay, sir.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little gay. The Coldplay specifically. We can't have that.
We have to have a lot gay or no gay.
Literally, a little won't do.
Yeah. Like we're either full gay or no gay.
Kat jumps up and says, "Steven, Chris, fuck right now."
And then she got real gay.
Coldplay starts blaring.
And it was all yellow. Well, we're down to 2 listeners now. I guess 3 with our. Is Run the Gauntlet maybe the one who's also being subbed right now?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I promise you.
All right. I believe you the first time.
Okay, I believe you.
All right. So, Run the Gauntlet, is this your first time listening?
I
Or
think
you
they were in
were-
the last episode.
I feel like you were around last time. But you know Cat, so. Oh,
Here we
got a
go.
continuation. It's
All
about
right.
to get real gay.
Okay.
Cat pulls a giant black dildo out of her bag. I believe this is your line, Cat.
Okay. You know we could. You know we could change things, virginity thing, right now. Like a good boy.
All right. Trip fan, I'm sure, is like frantically pinning back face and like, shit, now I've got to add this in.
Oh my god.
We're gonna publish this, by the way.
Good.
Really, yeah. I wonder if you were to take our audience and do a poll, because Run the Gauntlet says, I am no sub, laughing their ass off. Like what percentages, are DOMs versus subs or on the BDSM spectrum?
I mean, I'm most definitely a switch, but I tell you, I'm having fun with the Dom thing. That's been fun, but I also am very much into that person, so that has a lot to do with it.
That's nice.
So, what if everyone watching right now just told us Dom or sub
Please, that'd
or
be
other,
wonderful.
but go ahead
Switch,
and
Dom,
let us
sub.
know.
Yeah, however you identify on the BDSM scale.
The bidism.
The Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Yeah, I would be curious to know, or even if you switch, I'd be curious to know that, because I always identified as a switch, and I don't mind subbing. It's great, but I would like to know from if anybody switches and you've had more experience. Like I've definitely had more experience being a submissive, but I am enjoying the dom experience even though I'm inexperienced.
See,
Usually
I'm
those kind of things intimidate me, like if I don't know what I'm doing, but that's been the fun part.
I'm a switch, but I definitely prefer being a sub. But I found myself doming for more people, so it's like all over the place.
I understand that.
All right, we have some more. Here we go.
Chris looks at the dildo, thinking to himself, "Holy shit, that's bigger than I am. I can't imagine that she can fit the whole thing inside her, right?" Steven grabs the dildo from Kat and wiggles it in Chris's face and pretends it's saying to him,
Look, Chris, it's me, a big hard cock. Look at me, Chris. You know you want me.
"Oh, now I do."
It's the voice, right?
It
It's
it
Yeah,
was
the
the
good.
way and the hand motions for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It was the hand motions for me. Twisting really is it.
Run the Gauntlet shared, always identified as a Dom. In my older days, Dom sadist tendencies and primal predator sides for me. And continues on with, I mentally don't think I could ever sub. Um, I I probably could sub, but my heart wouldn't really be into it. It would be a complete act. Like it would be a complete like it would I would have like I wouldn't be enjoying myself even a little bit. It would be a total lie. But I could if I knew that my partner would be like all giddy about it. But the second there's any pain, I'm out.
I
Out.
honestly think that that's been like the most fun part of this is that my partner has been so into it. Um, like I said, like we're both been assumed of like the other roles, so we haven't really got to flex our muscles in these roles, and like both of us are really excited about it. And I honestly think that it's more of that for me than it is the actual dominance because like being with someone who gets really giddy about me texting them these things and like today they told me they were like, you know, I've just never had anybody like dote on me like this before. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do all day and then like not tell you how cute you are afterwards. Like,
No, yeah, yeah. There's definitely the aftercare is important. Uh,
well, and like I said, like I'm super into this person, so it helps. But it the most enjoyable part has been their enjoyment.
that's
Like
wonderful.
I definitely that's been that cherry on top. Ooh, more Chris stuff.
um,
Oh,
real fast though.
real quick, yeah, yeah.
So it's interesting that you mentioned that it'll be like an act, and then Kat, you're talking about how it's about how much your partner is enjoying something,
Hmm.
Mhm.
and like for me, oftentimes when I'm in a more like dominant scenario, um, for somebody, it's interesting because like I at first I would have like when I first started doing this, I would have kind of like an imposter syndrome kind of thing, where I'd be like, I'm not really a dom, like this isn't who I am. But
Yes.
the way that I kind of internalized it, and I don't know if this is necessarily everyone's experience, but I almost treat it like I'm subbing by fulfilling this role for somebody. And it's totally an internal thing. It's not something that they're, necessarily perceiving in that scenario, but it kind of allows me to exist in this space in between mentally, and it makes the
Absolutely.
situation arousing for me as well.
Yeah, you're still submitting it to something that you don't necessarily want to do, so therefore it is a submission. Like it's some real like sexual mental kung fu type shit. I mean, like
Yeah.
you're using the I don't know the you already encapsulated. I mean, because you are filling this role for somebody else, you're subbing. Like it's because it's not what your natural state is. I think.
I mean, yeah, no, I can see that and I like that. Um but like I said, I really do think that it is their enjoyment for me that's made this so much fun. So that might be part of it. Um yeah, no, that's really cool, Steven. I hadn't thought about it that way.
And also, I will forever wear as a badge of honor that Chris implied that I am a sexual kung fu master.
Yeah. And it almost sounded like you said badge of honor.
This is totally a badge. I may not have a vagina, as we've established in the previous episode, but I'm definitely wearing this as a badge of honor.
Run the Gauntlet's chiming in with some important info here.
Okay.
So as a Dom, I'm getting my enjoyment from my subs' enjoyment. Steven, that's a huge part of being a Dom. At the end of the day, your submissive is truly in control. And they go on to say they make the calls at the end of the day, consent, safe words, etc.
So the ultimate Dom is actually the ultimate sub.
No, it depends on.
I mean, but if you think about it though, like in the right partnership, so you have your people who say they're into BDSM and they're not. They're into control and they're into all the wrong things. But your people who are actually in the community and actually practice the tenets of, safe, sane, and legal. If those people are existing within those tenets, the sub is in control.
Mhm.
Nothing happens without the sub's consent. Nothing happens without the sub giving the go ahead or the final. Like, and if the sub doesn't like it and if they bounce out, then
It's over.
then it's over.
Yep.
They're in true BDSM, in the people who actually follow the tenets, it's yes or no. And if you say no, then we're done.
Yep.
Like that's
on. Yeah, there's not
it.
even a question. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, so technically, like right now, like my sub is in control. If they told me that this is something that they weren't down for, if they were like, hey, thought talking on the podcast was something I'd be into, but found out I'm not really about it, we'd stop right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's so yes, they are in control, but
it takes two people to move the vehicle along, and it's absolutely 100%. I'm glad we're all on the same page with that. Jumping back to some. Now, I don't know about this one because we're getting a little. On a serious note, I don't know about the inspiring violence. But anyways, Chris yells, "Fuck off, Steven, I'm not gay," and punches Steven in the face.
Ah!
I don't know if I care. The dildo flies across the bus and hits one of the kids in front sleeping. Bus driver stops the bus. "That's enough, you two. Get in the front. Once we get to school, you're going to the principal's office."
Oh.
And then we will fast forward to the principal's office. Principal D
Oh, no.
in front of him for far too long. Breaking the silence, he slams the dildo on the desk and says with a rumbling baritone of testosterone, "What the hell is the meaning of this, boys? Care to explain?"
And you know that like dildo like undulated when he slammed it down.
Yeah. It's still wobbling right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He slams it down, but it bounces back up.
It bounces and hits the same kid who was sleeping. What's going on? Oh.
God. Actually, I kind of like this whole story time thing.
I don't know that I care for the physical violence in my fanfic homophobia. I don't care for that part,
we know at least that this is a fictional Chris.
Well, I get right. Obviously, it's not about me. It's about the idea of even in a fantasy setting, condoning saying I'm not gay and then punching.
I mean, I think it's like pretty obvious that he's not homophobic, right. Or like he's about to find out like
how gay he is.
Really,
yeah,
he's about to
feel like
real
he's gonna
bad
come
about
around.
his flag.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think he'll come around. Maybe the dildo will change his mind.
We've got
and here we go. Oh. Steven says,
"Well, Big D, Chris here is a poor little virgin. I just thought we should help him out."
The two boys talk over each other, saying the other started it and that they themselves were innocent. Principal D stops them with a shout. "That's it. I've heard enough. Since you two can't seem to tell me what happened, you can write your apologies to the bus driver 100 times in detention today. Chris interjects, but it's my birth. No buts, says the principal.
The buts come in another chapter.
Trip Fantasy, you're a good writer.
I think we're waiting for this to become erotic, and it's just not. Like,
This is the ultimate tease. Like,
Okay, so like the worst thing that I've ever read in my life, like, yes, creepypasta, but like there are some good creepypasta. But like the worst thing that I've ever read in my life was a Guy Fieri and Bigfoot creepypasta erotica. It was the worst thing I've ever
I'm
read.
so excited for Sam Squanch to go to Flavortown.
That was pretty much like the whole thing, but like the falling action and like the resolve of the story was Guy Fieri sucking Sasquatch up through his butthole and absorbing his energy and his essence because he's an immortal being.
Well, yes, that is all actual fact. That's not fan fiction. It's fan fact.
this is actually history. This is a historical.
It really happened. That's why you can't find Bigfoot anywhere.
This is how Flavortown
He's
came to be.
living in Flavortown's butthole.
This is how Flavortown came to be.
I read fan fiction once that involved Garfield. There was very little sex in it. It was just about Garfield basically being like an action hero.
It's actually just a regular Garfield strip. Like,
No, he was like, it starts out with him smoking a lasagna flavored cigarette. And I'll have to find it and share it.
I don't know why it's so funny to me.
Yeah,
but
it's really
so
good.
funny to me.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh no.
It's amazing. I can't do it justice at all. It's been years since I've read it, but there's a song called Love is Lasagna that I think has actually been done on YouTube. I think people have found it, like they put music to it.
oh my god.
Yeah. It's all coming back to me now. It's amazing. But yeah, Garfield is kind of like a badass in this fanfic, and I recommend this some good literature to everybody.
Love is
We
lasagna.
can't. We're being told that we can't rush perfection.
I know. Apparently, I don't read a lot of fan fiction just because it takes a long time to get to the smut.
I mean, listen, Trip Fantasy, I'm all here for it. You're doing a really good job, but I need some smut. I don't care if it's between Steven, Chris. You can add Guy Fieri and Bigfoot. I'm gonna need
You
some
put me in a
smut.
situation where Guy Fieri and Sam Squanch are fucking putting me in an Eiffel Tower.
Sweet Jesus, someone write that just for me. Just for me.
All right, here we go.
I have some spicy pictures I will send you in exchange. Like, please.
Detention, 3:20 p.m. Gum. Chris and Steven were writing their apologies.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Is that the Law and Order sound?
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's
Oh
correct.
no.
I had to give the pretext to the people listening that this was not being spoken. This was like word text across the screen.
That's fair. Okay, I'm sorry.
Detention,
Restart.
3:20 p.m. Gum. Chris and Steven were writing their apologies. I think that's your line.
This is all your fault, you know.
Steven says,
If you weren't such a little
bitch.
Oh, sorry.
No, actually, no, that's your line still.
Steven's
Okay,
calling
okay.
you a bitch.
Steven says,
You're the bitch.
If you weren't such a bitch,
Chris interrupts, just stop, Steven. I'm sick of your games. Just leave me alone. You
Steven, stop
ruined my
it.
birthday. Today was supposed to be the big day. The day I finally... Never mind. You wouldn't get it. It's heating up.
oh, I would get it.
I mean, we just had a big dodo out. What wouldn't we get? Like,
Right? You wouldn't get it.
It's
like,
the
what's
Coldplay that I genuinely don't understand.
It's all yellow.
I'm glad everyone finds them just as awful as I do.
I think this is your line.
Wait, you were actually gonna have sex today, weren't you? Holy shit, I don't believe it.
Steven says, laughing to himself. Chris says, "No, not that." Steven looks at Chris, who's visibly red in the face.
And what?
Oh, if you weren't gonna have sex, then what were you gonna do?
What was I going to do?
There's nothing else you could possibly have done.
Oh, I think I know what's coming.
Imagine figging before you
I think I
even
know what I
leave
want
your.
to be coming.
There it is.
Oh no! You think it's figging?
I
Okay.
think it's going to be a dick cage and or figging.
Imagine thinking that's what sex is. Like when someone puts ginger root in your butthole.
That's what the nuns told me.
Oh.
That was
Oh.
probably to get you to stop putting things in your butthole.
Like, do you want to talk about that?
So I sucked my thumb as a child. Apparently later in life, like in kindergarten is when I started. And my dad wanted me to stop doing it, so he had me put Band-Aids on my thumb. And eventually I just got used to the taste of Band-Aid. And then he had me put Tabasco on my thumb. And that got me to stop. But Band-Aids taste pretty
Like
fucking
with the
tasty.
Band-Aid?
Hmm?
Like with the Band-Aid?
Yeah,
Like,
I stuck it with the Band-Aid on. Yeah. Yep. Because I couldn't take it off. If I took it off, then my dad would know that I took the Band-Aid off.
spicy Band-Aid.
Spicy Band-Aid. And we continue on with the fan fiction. Chris sits there quietly, ignoring Steven as he teases him.
What is it then, Chris? What is it? What is it?
Chris has had enough. He says, "All right, I was going to watch porn. I never saw anyone naked, okay? There. Happy? I've never seen someone naked. There." I feel
Is it-
like
Is it Cat?
Does
Is Cat
Chris
going to be the
live
naked
alone?
one?
like I feel like you have seen somebody naked somewhere.
He's never seen himself naked.
Right.
I mean, like you said,
Oh,
just
man.
complete internet access. Like I
I-
grew up with the internet. I had seen things.
I have a question here.
Yes.
Belanger C1. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and work that out, Steven. Go ahead.
Belanger C1.
Go ahead.
I didn't work that one out.
Belanger. I hardly knew her.
Belangurk.
Steven, no.
Anyways, in the comments, they said my mom put. Is it cayenne or cayenne? Cayenne. Thank you. Cayenne.
Non-cooking motherfucker.
I'm sorry, I don't know the words. Cayenne pepper on my sister's thumb. Why?
To stop
Because
them
apparently
from
they were
sucking
sucking
your thumb.
Oh, okay. Duh. I'm
The
sorry.
same reason
I
as you
totally-
got Band-Aids
I
into
totally
And then they
understand.
shoved that thumb up their butt.
All right, hold on just a moment. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
All right, we'll continue on. Oh well, I guess I'll rate
No, we
Steven.
gotta wait for Steven. But it's
I
they
don't know if
got
I
it
have-
for the same reason that you got your Band-Aids in Tabasco.
Yeah, absolutely. I assume for thumb sucking, but Belanger.
He's teaching Steven how to say his name.
Right. Belanger.
Don't worry, baby. We'll teach Steven when he gets
We'll
back.
get it right. We'll get it right. Thanks for bearing with us. So,
Steven, he's a special boy. You just gotta.
how's the life of Cat? How's things
The
going?
life of Cat is good. The life of Cat is very good. Cat was getting text messages.
That is not a blueberry muffin. I'm sorry.
Most things aren't.
I'm sorry. So Mariah, she's temporarily living with us while she's waiting for her new apartment to be ready, and she
What
comes
she
into the
doing?
room and she just says, "Give me your finger."
I'm liking where this is going. Go ahead.
And I didn't know where it was going, so I was like, I got to turn off the camera.
No, you didn't. You made a mistake.
I should have left it on.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't know. What if it's I don't know. But she squirts this thing onto my finger, and then I smell it, and it's just an intense smell that I can't quite describe. And I'm like, "What is it?" And she just says, "Eat it." And I'm like, I'm not going to eat it if I don't know what it is. She's just like, eat it. And I'm like, what is it? And then Andreas in the background, it's edible. And I'm like, what is it? And then finally, she says it's flavored lube. And I was like, has this been used before?
And it was blueberry muffin flavored.
It was supposed to be blueberry muffin flavored. It tastes more like lube.
Lube. Yeah,
Ew.
it always does.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
All right, so we've got
All right,
some
we gotta
more,
continue the fan
more
fiction.
fanfic.
Is this it?
Yep. Steven
Right.
stops as if he doesn't believe him.
Is this me?
I think so.
No, you're actually serious? Dude, why are you so upset about that? Everyone looks the same naked, you dumbass.
Chris says, "Well, I'm tired of looking at myself." The two sit there for the next 10 minutes silently. Steven looks over to Chris after a while and says,
Well, why not look at me then?
there it is.
Bow, bow.
Here we go. It's about to get gayer than Coldplay.
You can't get gayer than Coldplay. So ding, before we go,
Ding.
you
Yeah.
guys said ding.
Mhm.
I was told that every time they think of me making them my sub publicly, their plug pulses in and out. So just letting you guys know that.
So every time you talk about them on the
Mhm.
stream, they get a little.
Yep.
All right.
Did that when you did that? I thought of
Alright, can we
you
do
know,
that
like
again?
Maggie from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. It's perfect. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
good.
my god!
That's what it is.
But no, do they? So do they like the idea of being like publicly humiliated or shamed?
I mean, apparently this is our first venture into it. So
It's exciting and new for everybody involved.
Well,
y'all get to experience this with me. We're
Just
all
let-
in this. We're all in this together. Honestly.
make sure you let them know that I think that they're pathetic and helpless right now, and I
Okay.
find that hysterical.
They are listening as well. So
Okay, that's good. That's good. Let them know
Yeah, you
that.
don't have to. Yeah, you can just talk directly to them.
Oh, okay. I didn't put two together.
you have my permission. You're good.
All right. Well, stranger sub person, you are pathetic and helpless, and I find that hilarious.
Me too. Me dose.
Chris hides his
And
face
with that,
his Coldplay branded sweatshirt and says muffled,
I'm not even laughing at the thing. I'm just laughing because you're laughing, and it's making me laugh.
I just didn't expect that. Go ahead. Keep going. Just ignore me.
all right. Shut up. Stop fucking with me, Steven. Steven gets up out of his chair and walks over to Chris and slams his arm on his desk.
You think I'm all talk, don't you, bitch?
Bitch.
Oh, I see the correction.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought I like morphed or duplicated.
Oh my god.
It's so out of your character to be this person. I mean, I definitely have a Coldplay sweatshirt. But
I
Is this
don't know
becoming
why
a
that
true
struck me
story.
as so funny, but it struck me as so funny. I didn't expect it,
yeah,
and it hit at a good time.
it did. It definitely hit.
It's hitting.
Fantasy is truly just amazing. Quickly becoming one of my favorite people. Oh, mercy.
So,
So in regards to the public humiliation you guys were asking,
mhm,
still something that they're experimenting with their taste in that regard.
mhm.
Not sure if they like it in person, but the digital is working. It's good. We're
Interesting.
having a good time. We're all here for it.
Well, now our entire audience knows that they are your little bitch.
They're my bitch.
So that's it's
Even
interesting
from a
information.
distance, like we are apart right now. Like,
And you own that motherfucker.
I do.
And their dick
Mm-hmm.
and their butt, apparently.
I'm not gonna put ginger in it though. I've decided.
You are a kind mistress,
I am.
one that deserves to be worshipped.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Yes, that is correct, man. Yeah. Yes. What is happening here? Are we writing More Than Friends / fan fiction? Yeah, that is
Mhm.
correct. Anybody can chime in, Man X.
Yes, please add to it. If you need a recap, so it is young Chris's 18th birthday, and he is a virgin.
A true
I
story.
I was just about to get the internet unlocked for
to see
myself.
more than the armpits, because all he's seen so far is armpits.
Yeah.
He's never seen
And
genitalia
I
otherwise.
hope fictional me has rubbed one out to armpits, because I feel like real me has rubbed one out to armpits. So, anywho's, couldn't get the parents to get the internet access right away. Hopped on the bus where I met good friends, Stephen and Kat. And Stephen was bullying me. Kat whipped out a dildo.
She just always has one.
Hijinks with the dildo.
Does that surprise you, Stephen?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Flew out of our hands and hit another innocent bystander. We got in trouble, and there was some Principal D haranguing, and now we're in detention. And there's a bit of will they, won't they action with Stephen being the aggressor.
Fictional Chris is homophobic.
Yeah.
Real life Chris is lovely, but fictional Chris is homophobic currently, but we think that's going to change. So if you would like to steer the story in that direction, the three of us are here for it.
And
I feel like I've been underrepresented in this. So.
Kat hasn't had a line in a while, so
if anybody wants to write Kat in, I'll do anything. Fictional Kat
for a completely unrelated incident is also there.
But please know,
For
fictional
possession
Kat.
of a dildo.
Yes, fictional Kat is down for anything. I mean, shit, real life Kat's down for
anything. It only catches you a detention, not anything else. So we'll continue on. Chris looks up.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's new.
I don't care. I'm like not even gay, I think. Stephen, looking down on Chris, says,
Come on, man. Look at you. You're wearing fucking Coldplay merch and khakis. If you're not gay, then I'm straight.
The Coldplay merch is a giveaway.
About fan fictional Stephen, apparently his orientation is gay.
Before I
like wearing khakis. Khakis are comfortable.
And homosexual.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Before I was out of the closet, that was how I would find other queers. Was I would look for the Coldplay stuff.
I thought you were gonna say khakis.
And khakis, but Republicans also like a good khaki, so sometimes I was very mistaken.
Well, Republicans are also probably homosexuals.
And probably also listening to Coldplay. Let's be
But
real.
so to be fair though, I just assume that everybody's a homosexual unless proven straight.
I mean,
that's my rule.
Honestly, would probably do me really well in life if I just assumed that everybody was homosexual until proven otherwise.
Belanger, as we learned while you were away, Stephen. Belanger. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Stephen is kind of a douche, dissing the khakis.
I think they mean douche very lovingly, I imagine.
No,
they absolutely despise me, and I would have to agree. I am a heathen. A heathen demon. And I will burn in hell with the khakis.
That sounds hot. I'd be into it.
Literally?
Yes. I mean, like, All of it. Yes, all of the above.
All right,
Everyone
we've
is
got
gay sometimes. I mean, yes.
the next chapter.
Shut up, man. You don't know me. Steven, lifting up his shirt, says,
Oh yeah, then let me learn all about you. why am I lifting up my shirt?
he grabs Chris's hand and places it on his chest.
I'm grabbing your hand, Chris.
Bow, bow.
Is this arousing?
Chris,
Oh,
put your
man.
hand up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like this is how we get banned from Twitch.
Oh, yeah, this is it right here. This is 100%
Steven's,
it.
Steven's nipples ruin everything.
Oh, that's overly harsh, I think, but accurate.
It's true. It's true. That's how I lost at least 2 of my jobs.
It's because of your
Yeah.
nipples.
It's not even a lie.
I know.
Not even
I know the
lie.
stories I've heard.
Chris is currently red as fuck, but can't help but feel around Steven's smooth chest. Chris can't bring himself to look up, so Steven grabs his chin and makes him kiss him.
Oh,
Ooh.
Man.
all right.
Chris,
All
you're
right.
going to have like the best birthday.
Obviously.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever kissed anybody. If I've never seen anybody else naked, I assume I've never kissed anybody.
I mean, I imagine, as much as I'm enjoying Trip Fan, I think other people need to add in.
Yeah, I
Y'all are-
agree.
100%,
Y'all are
yeah.
putting all the work on Trip Fantasy, and like they're doing a fantastic job. But again, Kat has been really, really underrepresented.
Underserviced here. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
Run the Gauntlet
I've,
was contributing earlier.
I've
uh,
had one line, and
We can get some Belanger. What?
Lange.
Bollinger.
And Manax, as if
Where'd you
the
go, baby?
floodgates have opened, Chris and Steven start violently kissing,
Violently.
slamming faces together and mixing slobber.
don't giraffes do
Goodbye.
that?
And a knock can be heard at the door. I don't know how many times people knock to go into a detention room. So often.
It's got to be Cat.
I hope so.
It's got to
Oh
be
God,
Cat.
please know that I don't knock for shit though. So
Here we go.
And here's your line,
oh my goodness, I love it. Let's do this.
yells Kat, springing from a dark corner of the room and ramming her oversized bus dildo up Chris's ass.
It's a dildo.
Cat skips by, I'll say by the window, singing. Go on, say your line.
You're singing.
You gotta say it sing-songily.
I have some dildos in my pocket, and there they are standing in a row.
Oh, correction.
Yeah, no, it's not a correction. It's just a call out to. So yeah, I
Oh,
wish
oh,
to discuss
okay.
this
Yes,
bus
but-
dildo.
Yeah,
I brought
is it in
on
the shape of a
with
bus?
me. No, I
Yeah,
brought it on the bus with me.
There are so many. Yeah, no, obviously it's the dildo from the bus,
Mhm.
but the way it was written can be interpreted as not only a bus-shaped dildo, but a bus-sized dildo.
Both.
An entire rubber bus
All of the above.
is going into my butthole in this fanfiction.
Beep beep, baby.
A mop in the corner of the room reanimates. Into what can only be Kat, who immediately thrusts her dildo through Steven's ears,
Oh my god.
piercing through his brain and into Chris. This is some Freddy Krueger type shit. Like I've seen this in Nightmare on Elm Street somewhere.
I have to be dead.
No, you're getting your brain fucked up.
I am quite literally fucking your brains out, Stephen.
Oh my god.
If you ever wanted it to happen, it happens now.
Well, I have
And
no
here's
choice.
another line for you. Kat says,
I'm ramming this up your butthole like a fucking school bus, bitch. Beep beep. Beep beep, bitch.
beep, beep. Also, t-shirt worthy.
I swear to God, I'm working that into like every
we just-
daily interaction that I have. Like beep beep, bitch. Like,
Beep,
I,
beep, beep.
I really want to get a shirt that's just an arm holding a bus-shaped dildo, and it just says "beep beep bitch."
beep beep, bitch.
I
Here
think
we
we just
go.
do the beep beep bitch. I think that's gonna be plenty. I
Beep
love it.
beep, bitch.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Stephen falls to the ground, foaming out the mouth, and Chris is somewhat paralyzed, fading in and out of consciousness. She gallops to Chris.
You think Steven's the only one getting a piece of your virgin ass today?
Oh my god. Beep beep bitch.
Beep, beep, bitch.
It extends to everybody. I'm gonna be the Oprah of bus dildos.
You get a bus dildo.
Uh,
All right. With Belanger, semen and blood is now everywhere as it begins swirling around Kat, forming an energy cloud.
Bow before your dark mistress.
She cries in an ungodly voice. Oh my.
Jesus.
I'm loving all of this.
I'm here for it. I need to come
Yeah.
on your all show more often.
This is a first. This is an epic, a Homer-esque odyssey.
It really is.
She pulls a
enjoy it.
horse muzzle out from her butt and wraps it around Chris and starts ramming her horse strap on into his tight virgin ass.
That sounds very characteristic of me. So,
You just keep your horse muzzle in your butt.
riding crop.
if you're currently dating or seeing me and watching or listening to this podcast, beep beep, bitch. Like,
Beep, bitch.
here's what to
Please use
expect.
beep beep bitch in your next encounter.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna like softly
Everybody
whisper it in their ear, like beep beep,
Everybody listening, I encourage you all
to sleep with
say-
cat.
say to say beep beep bitch to your partner. And then Chris says, "Why do I smell ginger?"
Oh my god.
Chris wails but can barely be heard as he is filled with a mixture of cum, blood, and last night's SpaghettiOs.
I just got a text message that said I'm scared but turned on.
Beep beep bitch.
Beep beep bitch, me too, baby.
Beep, beep,
I am
bitch.
also scared and turned on.
That's a perfect description of what it feels like to listen to the podcast with benefits.
And to date cat. You will be terrified but
And
very
aroused.
aroused the whole time. Beep beep baby.
Beep beep bitch.
Oh no.
Stephen regains consciousness and starts jerking off.
God.
Without I still don't have my brains. I'm just
Yeah,
like
you're a lobotomized masturbator.
I'm so glad he didn't die though.
I'm zombie baiting.
Mm.
Jeez.
I'm enjoying this. This is good. All of you are very creative.
Absolutely.
And very
I
good.
do think we need to turn this into like a full length, or at least like a novella. I think that would be good. At least
We're just
50,000
waiting with
words.
bated breath. For
I
the
know
next-
I'm
I know, that's what I'm sitting here like, y'all have taken the show from us. Like, it's so good.
A broom in the other corner of the room reanimates into what can only be Principal D,
Beep beep.
who immediately thrusts his dildo through Steven's ears, piercing through his brain once more.
Oh my god.
You have a lot of dildo wielding brooms are fucking your brains.
And like,
Also,
where
I'm
the
surprised
fuck are we? Is this like that, like that castle from like Sleeping Beauty? Like, where the
It's
fuck are we?
Fantasia. It's
No,
a mixture of Fantasia.
what am I
high
thinking about? Like
school.
Beauty and the Beast. Like, where are we?
I'm so happy that at least one person is enjoying this.
It's masturbating as we speak. Yeah.
Yeah, Run the Gauntlet has confirmed that they are totally stroking it right now.
They take it with one hand,
Fantasia music swell.
much like the member. Yeah. Much like Steven and Chris's member. The Fantasia music swells.
And all my collected dildos, apparently. Because I
Oh,
brought a lot. I packed for business.
It's the castle from Pornhub. Beep beep bitch.
Beep beep bitch.
Oh, here we
But
go.
he's not alone. Simultaneously, Kat pierces hers through Chris's and furthermore Steven's. Both dildos meet in the middle, creating a shockwave of erotic energy that immediately causes all within 30 miles to orgasm. So I believe what has happened there is that the broom principal and the broom cat have put their respective dildos into our ear holes, and through our brain, like our heads are next to each other. The dildos have met, and that has created a shockwave of erotic energy that has never been seen before or will again. And it has immediately caused that shockwave. That
Can you imagine just walking and then and then
Ooh! Imagine being at like 31 and a half miles out and just seeing like everyone like a wall of like, oh,
I would be so mad. I'd be like, oh, damn it.
yeah, right. Get in that. Kat says,
You didn't say the safe word. Welcome to your worst nightmare. Beep beep bitch.
beep beep bitch. The collective moaning of thousands can be heard from outer space. Cat.
This is actually similar to what it sounds like.
Awakening the great Bumak, Lord of the Sodden, the deep, ancient, wet slumber.
So I speed read and I read the words wet slumber before y'all did. And that's why I was like, oh my god, they just keep catching me off guard with that shit.
Thousands.
Oh, it was the words wet slumber. For some reason, that just hurts me. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Oh, you do, though.
I really don't.
No? Not even a little?
Not even a little. Something about a wet slumber. Just
Yeah.
All of my slumbers are wet.
Again with the fluids.
That's what I said. Every interaction with Stephen includes fluids in some way.
Theme song from Heavy Metal begins to play. What is this muck? Bumak booms as he wraps his celestial cock around the circumference of Earth.
Where do I get some celestial cock? Like where do I sign
From
up?
Bumak. Start praying to Bumak right now. Wake him up from his wet slumber.
Get me
He is the Lord of the Sodden, after all.
some celestial cock.
Here, I'm having to relocate.
Nope, we're on
Your
a trip.
celestial cock.
I'm just trying to get closer to Bumak.
Bomac asks everyone, does this look like a cue to you?
I don't understand that one.
Because he's wrapped his cock around the earth.
Does his cock look like a cue to you, Steven?
Bumak thrusts his cock through the earth and begins using it as a pocket pussy,
Beep beep, bitch.
bringing all of Earth to their knees as the sea level rises, making them neck deep in their own cum and discharge. Whew.
I think we need to start a third podcast because I know, Steven, you have your gaming one as well. I think we just need like fan fiction with benefits where we just read the fan fiction that our fans.
We could make this a regular bit for podcasts with benefits if we wanted.
Manax
I'm
chiming
digging it.
in with the facts. The circumference of Earth is 4,901 miles.
Oh, baby, rain those facts on me. I dig that shit.
Yeah, I think it really adds to the lore of our story. It makes
Talk
it
to
more
me about
believable.
circumference. That shit turns me on.
He was a knight at the round table. Circumference.
The night at my round table was Sir Come for Us. That was bad. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Not all of them are golden. I'm not as good of a writer as our audience.
Every time, you know.
That's why we let the audience do it, Steven.
Oh my god.
Are you still masturbating, Run the Gauntlet?
I mean, probably.
I mean, probably.
That's why it took so long for them to add that to the chat.
I command you to come. Serve your master, Bumak shouts. His speech is the perfect tone to rupture the intestines of all.
He got up in those guts, baby.
Yeah, he did. The baritone.
He said, beep, beep, bitch. Here we are.
Also, Run the Gauntlet is still masturbating.
All day, every day.
Every day. I have a quick turnaround time. I don't know that I'd brag about that.
I mean, a quick turnaround time is good, though.
Yeah,
like,
he reloads fast.
A quick
Yes.
recharge. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
into that, yeah.
It takes me a while to reload.
Nobody wants like a one-hit wonder, though.
I need like an hour. The cum flooded from. The flood. The cum flooded room Chris and friends are within starts to fill with fecal matter.
I like how we're Chris and friends.
Yeah.
Chris and Co. Chris and Company.
Apparently, yeah.
Chris and collected others.
Yeah.
Like, all that shit did not just happen in that room. We're just Chris and friends.
Listen.
I literally just fucked y'all's brains out.
Bumak came for me, all right?
He came for our sins.
You want Bumak to come for nothing?
Oh, we have a comment that says reload.
Reload the musket and fire again.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. What are you doing, baby?
As if all of them are possessed, they immediately reach for their genitals and begin to stroke, prod, and puncture.
Puncture.
Oof.
You stroking and prodding is good.
Wait till you see the whites of their tits. That's sorry for the folks that are listening at home. That's from the earlier comment of reload the muskets and fire again. Wait till
I
you
see. Okay. I was confused about that. I understand now. I'm a little slow.
Run the Gauntlet stops by and yells, "I'm tired of jacking it. It's time for round 7. Beep, beep, bitch."
Now you guys are giving yourselves guest appearances.
Yeah, that's great. It's okay to have a write-in role. Bumak moans to the masses. Oomph. Oomph. Yes. More.
For some reason, the yes just hits different for me than yes would.
Yeah.
Like, it really ties the story together.
Oh, yes.
I appreciate you guys so much.
This is a long one. Wrap it up for us, Trip. What do you got?
All right, we need the grand finale.
I feel like we're all coming. We're all floating in our own semen and fecal matter.
I've been coming for the past 2 hours and 15 minutes. So
I've literally murdered people with dicks. Like we're
Bumac hears at Run the Gauntlet, and one of his pubic hairs enthralls him into a trance-like state, in which millions of microscopic cocks penetrate every pore in their body. So Bumac was either pleased or upset at Run the Gauntlet and has sent a million microscopic cocks to penetrate Run the Gauntlet.
I think we should give everybody a final comment. Like we've heard from at least 3 people pretty consistently. We should give everybody like a final send home.
Sure.
Like
What's your send off? What's your ending to this?
what is your ending to this if we're
Bonus
us
points for
one
giving
more.
Kat more lines.
I mean, Kat had a good role. I don't think y'all could handle me any longer.
I don't think anything can top beep beep bitch.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, yeah, you definitely hit your button.
Yeah.
Bitch. Beep, beep, bitch.
I'm working that into my daily conversation. It's very good.
I'm very glad that more people are joining us for these live sessions. I'd like to thank you, and please, we're definitely gonna shoot for 8:30 every Monday. That's gonna be kind of the goal. So, if you're hanging out, if you're free on a Monday night, come join us,
Or come and join us.
or join us and come.
I mean that too. I'm okay with that.
These people are. I feel like they're making it fucking epic. They're gonna build it.
I know. I'm so looking forward to it.
As always, please feel free to donate to the show. Or we can go back to that. That's fine.
Okay.
Returning to the fan fiction. All watch as Run the Gauntlet screams and seizes, thinking them to be dead. But alas, Run the Gauntlet floats into the stars, transcending all means of pleasure, become a saint of the sodden, blessing the hearts of all, like Chris, with unlocked internet and porn for eons to come.
That was so nice.
So, and then the ending that I can't pronounce it again. Berlin. Anyway,
Ranger.
Bellengurk. The tides of common blood recede as darkness sets. Kat looks to the stars and mutters,
So it is, so it will be done.
it's very witchy. Run the Gauntlet's ending. Run the Gauntlet pulls out his hunting knife, carving a giant piece of ginger into the shape of a bad dragon-sized butt plug, and screams in the voice of Rocky, "Yo, Adrian!" And then it's the post-credit scene. Like the credits have rolled at this point, and then cuts back to Steven's lifeless body. Steven wakes up and starts jerking off.
The end. That way we know there's a sequel.
Yeah. That's all right.
Oh.
There needs to be a sequel.
I'm sure there will be.
Good.
This is the first of a few. I don't want to do this too often, but yeah. I think
But it was so good.
session. I really enjoyed. I don't know who Kenneth is, but
Neither do I.
Trip Van writes in, Kenneth and I can work on it. And nobody knows what the fuck's going on with that. Maybe Steven does, but it's fine. I want to leave it just like that. I want to leave it in mystery and obsequious, with obtuse information. So yeah, thank you everybody for contributing to that fucking bizarre ass fan fiction. Big thank you to Kat for joining us today and
thank
sharing figging. So you missed out some figging action. It's going to bring a whole new flavor to the holidays and bring us some figgy pudding. And Yeah.
Ginger
Any
pudding.
takeaways, Kat? Anything you'd like to share with the audience?
No, I had a really good time. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. Beep
Thank
beep
you.
bitch.
The
Thank
pleasure is
you.
all ours.
Mm.
And I think that might be have to be our sign off.
Hmm.
Steve, anything you wish to share with the audience before we
It's
go?
just beep beep bitch. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Steven, anything you want to share?
I think she summed it up perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, from all of us here at the podcast with benefits, beep beep bitch.